All right, time now for better food.
Yeah, and who doesn't love breakfast? It is totally the best meal of the day.
I know, but what if you want more than cereal, which I typically don't, but Chef Plum is here now with an easy recipe for you to try. It better be easy, Chefy.
Hey, it's always going to be easy. Listen, if we're going to make something, we should make it so everyone can make it. That's what I firmly believe. And by the way, Barb, I want you to know the $20 is on the way. I sent an email yesterday. So there we go.
So, Chef, what are you making up today? What's going on?
So I worked at this hotel in Florida for years, a long, long time ago. And every morning we have to get up in the morning. We didn't have a pastry chef, and we have to make these pastries. And my chef and I came up with a really great way to do it. And I've been making them this way ever since. The kids can get involved. They can help. And you can flavor them any way you want. I'm sure if you guys can see how beautiful these look. Can you see those or not?
Oh, yeah.
The overhead cam?
It's like art.
Look at that. Well, kind of. Let me show you how to make them. They're incredibly easy. And there's a cheat. Ready? Here's the cheat. Puff pastry dough is incredibly hard to make. When you make it, you have to what's called laminating, where you fold it and roll it and fold it and roll it and fold it and roll it constantly. Or you can go to the store and get some Pepperidge Farm puff
they do
pastry
all the
dough.
hard steps for you.
There you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this out, and you want to thaw this out, okay? And we're going to unroll it here. So what I do, it's already kind of broken up into 3 little segments, which is fantastic. So it's got a little flour on there. I always sprinkle a little extra flour down, right? A little extra flour on the board so it's a stick, and then always take your rolling pin and just sprinkle a little on there just like that. Now, you want to roll this a little bit thinner. Don't go crazy and try to make it paper thin. You don't want to do that. You just kind of want to get it a little bit wider, and I always roll a couple times vertically and then a couple of times horizontally. That's really all you got to do. Once you get about that thickness, you're good to go. If you can see that, it's probably, let's call it 1/4 of an inch. Then what we're going to do is take our knife, and those 3 little segments that are already cut where it was folded in the box, you take your knife and just cut right along there, just like this. And now you have these 3 little sections, right? This is so easy. So now what we do is we got to figure out what shape we want to make these in. So what we figured out is we just split it into 3 little squares. I don't know why my mouth keeps wanting to say 4 today. I have no idea. 3 little squares. And then what we do is take your knife and just, to make a beautiful star shape, check this out, cut corners like this. Each corner, you can see how I'm kind of turning it and cutting it, turning it and cutting it, turning it and cutting it. And then what we do is you take a little water, okay? I have just a little tiny dish of just some water here. I'm just going to dab right in the center and then fold over a corner, just like this. And then fold over another corner, just like that. One more little dab of water. The water helps it stick, okay? So you don't want to get both ends of it wet, because much like when you're rolling a pasta or something, the pasta sticks to the water. The water on both sides of it then wouldn't stick, because the water doesn't stick to water. So here we go. Fold this over and look at this cool shape, right? So you get this little cool shape like this, little star. Or you could take another one, a little dab of water in the center, and just fold them over like this. Just 2 corners.
It looks like pastry origami.
Yeah, kind of, right? So then what we do is I'll take a little pan, and I'll put this one here, and I'll put this guy here, and what we'll do is I have a little egg wash and water. So it's an egg and water. You don't have to do this part. It just kind of helps it look pretty on the plate. I just kind of dab the pastry like this with it. My oven's set to 400 degrees, right? So then what we do is we're going to take these guys and pop them right in the oven, just like this. So we'll put these guys in. While they bake, we have to make the fun part now. We have to make a glaze for it. So get a bowl. I've got about a third of a cup, a little over a third of a cup of powdered sugar right here. We're going to add that in there. I have about a teaspoon of vanilla extract right in. And then I have about a teaspoon or so, about 2 teaspoons, excuse me, a little bit more of milk right in there. I'm going to pour almost all of it in there. I'll save a little bit of drips. You don't need a lot of liquid for this, which is kind of cool. And then we're going to start mixing this up. And then I have a little butter right here. Pour it right in there, a little melted butter. It's about a tablespoon or so of melted butter. So we just start mixing that in slowly, getting rid of those lumps. And this is the coolest little glaze you can make. You can put it on a cake. You can put it on a pound cake. You can put it on donuts. You can put so many things you can put it on. So you just kind of whip it up and then add the rest of your milk to it. If it's too thick, add a little bit more. Not a big deal. Those pastries in the oven are going to take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. But when they come out, they're nice and brown and delicious. Let me show you what they look like. So we got this mixed up, ready to go. Here's what they look like. Check this out. Beautiful, browned. That's from that egg wash we put on there. Now, the fun part here is you can pick whatever flavor you want. You got grape jelly. You can use grape jelly. Raspberry jelly. You can use that. Or if you're like me, I love the peach.
So you don't put the jelly in before you bake it. You put that on top afterwards?
Afterwards, you put it in before, it'll melt all over the place. And then you just take some of your glaze here and you just kind of sprinkle it right on top. Right on top like that. I could add a little more liquid to this. But you get the idea. A little bit just like this. And you drizzle it right on top of there, and it looks amazing. And you can put these out. Look at that. For breakfast or have the kids come. They can make whatever shapes they want. Gorgeous. Look at that little guy, huh?
That is perfect.
How cool is that?
Absolutely gorgeous.
How cool is that? Any flavor you want. And don't forget to check out Seasoned on CT Public WNPR. We are celebrating women all month long in food.
You know, we only give him 5 minutes and he comes up with a creation every week.
Yeah, that's amazing. And plus, that's really easy because you can buy the puff pastry and a lot of this other stuff you have. So
exactly.
In a few minutes, you got a nice brunch idea.
Thank you, Chef.
And if you have young kids, let them do it with you. They can make all kinds of crazy shapes, or just have a Chef Plum do it with you. It makes a weird shape like this. I don't even know what this is.
Okay, thank you.